สถานีวิทยุสรานรม AM 1575การทูตเพื่อประชาชน
เพื่อไทยก้าวไกลทันโลก
สวัสดีค่ะ Good late afternoon. You're back with me, Sarisa Prashumyat, and this is News and Views, and it's on air every Monday from 6 to 6:30. What is wrong with my English today? Yeah, but 6 until 6:30 on Saranrom webpage, which is saranrom, saranrom.mfa.go.th. I have also good news for you. That is, we have more channels that our shows are being on air from, which is also live on Facebook right now, which I'm doing, as well as live on radio. So it's an online radio streaming. So if you happen to go to our website right now, you can actually hear some of the programs that are being live online or being hosted right now by some of our programmers or some of our, we're not exactly DJs, but we are all, somewhat of our presenters. So if you're listening and you're not really on Facebook, you can also listen to us online. I think it will also be on Thai radio. So if you don't find our webpage, you can always see us or hear us online on Thai radio as well. Anyways, the weather. Before I forget, before anything else. It seems gloomy. Well, it's kind of sunny outside, but to me it seems gloomy. And yes, again, rainfalls, downpours for the next week. I guess it hasn't been raining a lot. It hasn't been really pouring. It has been raining. It just hasn't been pouring much. But we're still in the rainy season, so might as well just pack an umbrella with you just in case. And in connection to that, I have a news on it from Bangkok Post. So more heavy rains to hit the country. Now, a next round of torrential rain is expected to slam already heavily soaked provinces in the northern and northeastern regions of Thailand early this week, as a new depression in the Gulf of Tonkin will make landfall in southern China. The rainstorm, which with a wind speed of 55 kilometers per hour, is likely to whip mainland China between today and tomorrow, bringing further downpours to neighboring countries, including Thailand, which already bore the brunt of tropical storm Suntin last week. Now, the Meteorological Department issued a warning yesterday, telling people to brace for widespread and heavy rainfall, which looks set to worsen flooding. Combined with the strong southwestern monsoon, which is causing rough sea waves in the south, the current weather conditions must be closely monitored, the department said. Now, this is bad news for flood victims, especially those living near Thai-Myanmar border, whose numbers keep rising, as well as villagers in Kanchanaburi's remote district of Sangkhlaburi, who yesterday saw inundation ease only to be plunged into new worry. About 500 residents in 4 villages of the district were earlier evacuated to escape floodwaters, which were as high as 5 meters. The most chaotic scene was witnessed at a construction site of the second Thai-Myanmar Friendship Bridge in Tak's Masot district yesterday. Overflow from the Mui River burst into a campsite of 300 workers who rushed out of their houses, some of which were almost covered by the floodwaters. They desperately converted containers used to mix cement into boats and tied large water drums to the children, hoping it would help them float as they waded through waters to temporary shelters set up by officials on higher grounds. In Maraman district, mountain runoff triggered flash flood in a community of 20 households, and a rapid increase of water in Malamau Creek made 2 village bridges unpassable, Bunsong Bunpramuk, mayor of Tambon Majarao municipality said. Now, 5 boats loaded with survival kits were already sent to affected areas, he said. Storm water also flooded parts of a road connecting 2 villages, Ban Sop Melo and Ban So Kong. In the neighboring province of Mae Hong Son, only large vehicles can pass the route. Now under 60 centimeters of water. There were both flooding and mudslides on many sections of the road, a local official said. It caused traffic closures in many areas, and rain showed no sign of receding, he added. Now in Nan, officials are searching for a woman who was washed away by a strong current while returning from her farmland in Ban Khun Ban Khun Khun in Pua district. Torrential rain also caused mudslides on the road leading to Doi Pukha National Park, a scenic mountain in the same district. Now, the impact of this South Tin storm was also felt in Prachop Khirikan province, where goods transport between Thailand and Myanmar through Singkhong border checkpoint has been cut for a week. So yes, Bangkok hasn't really been flooded or anything. We have seen heavy downpours then here and there, but we haven't seen a lot of flooding. But in the northeastern provinces, like the news said, it's kind of flooded quite badly in some places. So what should we call it? Good luck to all the flood victims out there, and I hope that you will get through and not badly affected by the floods, by the current flooding. And we have to brace ourselves for another storm that's coming in, but we'll wage through, and hopefully everything will be back to normal before we know it. Anyways, making the front page is a picture of a procession, and it says here that relics on the move. Lord Buddha's relics placed on an elaborate palanquin are carried in a ceremonial procession to Sanam Luang, where people will be allowed to pay homage. Activities are now being held to mark the Asanha Busha and Buddhist Lent on July the 27th and the 28th, respectively. The events coincide with activities to celebrate His Majesty King Rama X 66th birthday on July the 28th at Sanam Luang as well. So if you are in Bangkok this weekend, it's a 4-day long holiday. So if you don't have any plans to go, there are activities going on at Sanam Luang, which I will also be there at a booth helping out on Friday, which is also a holiday, a national holiday because of the Buddhist Lent. And Asanha Busha Day. So it will be a 4-day holiday starting from Friday until Monday. So if you are around Bangkok, activities will last until then. So be sure to check out Sanam Luang, which I'll also be there. So, right, 22 minutes to go. I have more updates from the Tham Luang, a rescue mission, or rather after what's have happened. It says here that Tham Luang upgrade causes worry. Now, local people nearby Tham Luang Khun Nam Nang Non in Chiang Rai province are concerned their farmland and homes will be affected by the process of upgrading the forest park to a national park. Now, the Tham Luang Khun Nam Nang Non Forest Park is home to Tham Luang Cave, where 12 young footballers and their coach were trapped following floods inside the system on June the 23rd and were rescued between July the 8th until the 10th. Now, Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation, or DNP, Chief Thanya Neti Thamakun earlier revealed plans to develop the forest park in Masai district into a national park. Mr. Thanya said the cave is now off limits, pending a decrease in the water level so officials can remove equipment left inside. Where am I? Sorry, the 5,448 Right Forest Park is under the supervision of the DNP's Protected Areas Regional Office 15 in Chiang Rai. It is also part of Pa Doi Nang Non National Reserve Forest. Separately, officials have declared plans to turn the cave into a major tourist destination, or attraction rather. A coffee shop owner in Ban Pa Mi, close to the forest park, said most locals were not aware the forest park would be declared a national park. Anupat Patisen, a member of the Chiang Rai Provincial Administrative Organization Council, said the forest park has an allotted yearly budget of 450,000 baht, which is too little as far as its size is concerned. The upgrade would be a good option to secure more funding, he added. The group of rescued footballers and their coach were discharged from hospital last Wednesday and yesterday went to perform a spiritual ceremony at the cave. And it says here that meanwhile, Chiang Rai Primary Educational Service Area 3 Director Gitti Chai Muang Ma expressed concerns about the 12 footballers' study as they had been absent from classes for a few weeks now. Midterm exams have already been held in some subjects, he noted. Their schools have been advised to provide extra tuition for the boys at weekends and in the evenings, he added. Okay, so the boys have been rescued safely, and in connection to that, I have some updates about them and what are their activities and what they're planning to do here on out. So it says here that Thailand's rescued cave boys woke up in their home their own homes for the first time in more than 3 weeks on Thursday. I think this news was written last week, Thursday, which is the 19th, and with many rising at dawn to take part in a religious ceremony. The 12 boys aged 11 to 16 and their 25-year-old coach were discharged from a hospital in the northern province of Chiang Rai on Wednesday, July 18th, and later made their first public appearance. During a national TV broadcast, they smiled, joked, and showed solidarity with one another as they shared details of their traumatic experience inside the flooded Tham Luang Cave complex. Now, many of the boys hail from the sleepy district of Masai near the border with Myanmar. Some were greeted with hugs, tears, and smiles from waiting relatives and friends when they returned home on Wednesday night. Others were blessed with water as they entered their homes. On Thursday, some of the boys and their relatives took part in religious ceremonies at Masai's Wat Pa That Doi Wao Temple, an ancient temple with scenic views of the surrounding countryside. Reporters were not allowed close to the boys and their families at the temple to give them privacy. The last of the group of 13 were brought out of the cave last Tuesday, which was July 10th, ending a grueling 18-day ordeal that claimed the life of Saman Gunan, a volunteer diver and former Thai Navy SEAL who came to help with the rescue mission. Saman died on July 6th after losing consciousness during a mission to place oxygen tanks deep inside the cave, just 2 days before the first boys were brought to safety. During their TV news conference, the boys said when they entered the cave on June the 23rd, they had planned to only be inside the cave for about an hour after soccer practice or football practice, but a rainy season downpour flooded the tunnels, trapping them. The boys had no food and survived only on water. They took turns digging at the cave walls, hoping to find a way out. We drank water from stalactites. On the first day we were okay, but after 2 days we started feeling tired, said Ponchai Kamluang, aged 16, adding that their coach Ekapon Jantawong told them to stay still when possible to preserve energy. This experience made me stronger and taught me not to give up, said the team's youngest member, who goes by the name Titan. The boys will eventually spend time as novice Buddhist monks to honor the dead diver's memory, their coach said. So yes, another update has been coming up, and that they will have their mass ordination on July the 24th, which is tomorrow, and then they will be stationed, or rather will be at the temple separately for 2 weeks or until August the 4th, and after which they will come out of the monasteries and then return home to their normal lives. So hopefully that goes well for them. So I'm not sure if they will have any live broadcasting of the ordination, which I'm hoping they wouldn't, because we should give them privacy when they can, and they're doing this to make merits and to make pray for good luck and good fortune, not just for their family as just but also to pray for the sacrifice of the ex-Navy SEAL Saman Gunan, for his sacrifice and for his duty and help, which cost him his life on July the 6th at the Tham Luang Cave. So hopefully everything will go well for them tomorrow, and we'll probably know by the end of the day how well and how successful the ordination goes, or went, rather. Okay, so it's about half time now, so let's take a short break, and I'll be right back with more updates in just a moment, so don't go anywhere just yet.
ใจของฉันมีไว้ให้เธอคนเดียวแม้หัวใจเธอเองไม่แลเลี้ยววันนี้ฉันเป็นเพียงส่วนเกินที่เธอไม่ต้องการลำพังตัวฉันคงทำไม่ได้จะฉุดรั้งหัวใจเธอเอาไว้ให้ไปแค่ไหนคงไม่มีความหมายหากหัวใจเธอเปลี่ยนไปแต่เจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเธอนั้นต้องไปเจ็บที่ต้องรู้เพราะคำว่าเสียใจเจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเขาคือคนใหม่เจ็บที่วันนี้เธอรักเขาหมดหัวใจแม้วันเวลาจะพาสองเราให้มาเจอกันแต่เวลาก็พาเธอไปจากฉันเวลาทำร้ายทุกสิ่งทำร้ายทุกอย่าง เจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเธอนั้นต้องไปเจ็บที่ต้องยอมรับคำว่าเสียใจเจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเขาคือคนใหม่เจ็บที่วันนี้เธอรักเขาเจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเธอนั้นต้องไปเจ็บที่ต้องยอมรับคำว่าเสียใจเจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเขาคือคนใหม่เจ็บที่วันนี้เธอรักเขาหมดหัวใจ
Welcome back. I'm hoping you enjoyed the song. I have no idea what song it was, but still, it was a good short break for me. Anyways, does any of you know what a porpoise is? I saw a picture and it says here that rare finless porpoise found beach in Trat. So I was just wondering what a porpoise was, and so I looked it up on Google, and it says that it's actually a species of dolphin. They're actually related. They're kind of a relative. So. And they are endangered right here, and it says that a lot of whales and dolphins and porpoises are now being beached at the beaches along our Andaman coast, as well as the Gulf of Thailand, because of some infections or bacterial infections nowadays. But yeah, so it doesn't look anything like a dolphin to me, but right here it's supposed to be just a month old, but it has no fin. So it says here that because it doesn't have any fin, it's actually very hard for them to be spotted. So I guess if you get to see one, you're very lucky, because I've never seen one before and I have no idea what it was until just like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, so an endangered species is being endangered again, and hopefully it will, after being treated at the Marine and Coastal local office, it will be able to go back to the sea and live a longer life than that, so that our next generation will continue to know what a porpoise is. Anyways, the Tokyo unveils the 2020 Olympics mascots already. So the World Cup assistant has just ended. Another sporting event is coming up again. We also have the Asian Games, I think, in Indonesia this year. But yes, Tokyo has already unveiled its mascots for the 2020 Olympics. If you're curious of what the mascots look like, then be sure to check out the Bangkok Post. I think you can also search online for it. I have no idea what it is, but it's some kind of like an animated cat or something. One is wearing a finish line in blue suit and the other one is wearing a finish line in red suit. So I'm guessing it's a boy and a girl, so that it's, you know, equality in gender and sex and whatever not. So yeah, so if you're interested in what what the mascot looked like, be sure to check it out online. I think everything should be up by now because it's only a year and a half away, so everything should be underway there in Japan. I think the Japanese government is trying to get things ready for them as well because it's going to be a big thing for them. Anyways, before I sign off today, some updates from the ministry. So for the past week, there are two important visits or official visits by the Prime Minister, General Prayut Chan-o-cha. So he went to Sri Lanka as well as to Bhutan. They actually have a joint statement already, which is quite long. So I'm giving you the previous updates, or rather the preliminary updates before he actually went to those countries. So it says here that His Excellency General Prayut Chan-o-cha, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand, and his spouse, Associate Professor Narapon Chan-o-cha, will pay an official visit. Well, they already paid an official visit to the Kingdom of Bhutan between July the 19th until the 20th. Now, the Prime Minister was accompanied by His Excellency Mr. Don Pramatwinai, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Thailand, and senior officials from relevant Thai agencies. The purpose of the visit is to further strengthen the relationship between the governments of the two kingdoms, reiterate the willingness of Thailand to advance cooperation with Bhutan in all areas. Sorry, this one is from Bhutan, right? So this one, I'll do the Bhutan one first and then the Sri Lanka in a minute. So cooperation with Bhutan in all areas that contribute to sustainable development of the economy and society in Bhutan, as well as enhance the bilateral relations in trade, investment and tourism. The Prime Minister of Thailand had been granted an audience with His Majesty King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk at the Tashijodong Song. His Majesty the King of Bhutan had hosted a lunch banquet for the Prime Minister of Thailand and his spouse and the Thai delegation. During the visit, the Prime Minister of Thailand is scheduled to hold a bilateral discussion with His Excellency. They actually met. So this is His Excellency Dasho Tshering Tomgay, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bhutan. I'm sorry if I'm misspelling or mispronouncing rather the names, which is actually quite hard to pronounce. Following the meeting, the Prime Minister of Bhutan then hosted dinner in honor of the Prime Minister, his spouse and the Thai delegation at the Royal Banquet Hall. Now, on this occasion, the Prime Minister of Thailand had presided over the opening ceremony of the new office building of the Royal Thai Honorary Consulate General in Thimphu and performed a traditional butter lamp lighting service at the National Memorial Shorten, which was built to commemorate the third King of Bhutan. The Prime Minister of Thailand also visited the One Gaewong, One Product or OGOP shop, which is a successful cooperation project between Thailand and Bhutan. At the OGOP shop, the Prime Minister of Thailand had been greeted by 6 Thai volunteers currently working in Bhutan under the Friends from Thailand project. Now, the visit will mark a milestone. The visit had marked a milestone in the close and cordial relations between Thailand and Bhutan. It will also provide an impetus to strengthen bonds of friendship, goodwill, and growing cooperation in wide-ranging areas of cooperation between the two countries and people. Right. So the next one is for Sri Lanka. So it says here that they visited Sri Lanka during July 12th and until the 13th. The Prime Minister, once again, was also accompanied by His Excellency Mr. Don Pramatwinai, Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Mr. Gopsak Phutragun, Minister attached to the Prime Minister's office, His Excellency Ms. Chutima Bunya Prapasara, Deputy Minister of Commerce, and senior officials from relevant ministries. The purpose of the visit was to further strengthen the bilateral relations between Thailand and Sri Lanka to the level of strategic economic partnership, and to enhance the relations between the two countries in key areas such as trade and investment, technical cooperation, religious and cultural ties, and tourism, as well as to exchange views on regional issues, particularly maritime connectivity. During the visit, the Prime Minister of Thailand was scheduled to hold a bilateral discussion and co-chaired the plenary meeting with His Excellency Mr. Maithripala Sirisena, President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, as the Presidential Secretariat. Both leaders had witnessed the signing of important documents as follows. 1. Treaty between the Kingdom of Thailand and the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka on the transfer of offenders and on cooperation in the enforcement of penal sentences. Memorandum of Understanding on Strategic Economic Partnership between the Government of the Kingdom of Thailand and the Government of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Memorandum of Understanding between Ministry of Social Welfare and Primary Industries and Kasetsart University on technological collaboration related to value addition on primary products. And the last but not least, Joint Action Program for Cooperation on Sustainable Community Development Model based on the application of Sufficiency Economy Philosophy or SEP in the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. The Prime Minister of Thailand also had a working breakfast with His Excellency Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, and meet with Mr. Rajawara Thayam Sampanthan, leader of the opposition, who had paid a courtesy call on him. In addition, the Prime Minister of Thailand had exchanged views with representatives of the Thai private sector who have businesses or keen interests in investing in Sri Lanka. On this occasion, the Prime Minister of Thailand, his spouse, and the Thai delegation also visited Kandy to venerate the sacred tooth relic and pay their respects and perform a merit-making ceremony under the auspices of the most venerable Mahanayake Theros of the Mawatan and Asri chapters of the Siam sect. He visited the Royal Botanic Garden in the Peradeniya and plant a sapling to mark his first official visit to Sri Lanka. This visit was also a milestone in Thailand-Sri Lanka relations, as Sri Lanka is a strategic country located at the heart of the Indian Ocean and the crossroads of routes under the Belt and Road Initiative and Indo-Pacific strategies. So yes, both visits were to strengthen cooperation as well as ties between both countries or between both sides so that we have a stronger relations throughout. Anyways, I only have a minute left, so fun facts. There were active volcanoes on the moon when dinosaurs were alive. So about 1 billion years ago, 1 billion years ago, when dinosaurs were alive, there were volcanoes on the moon. Interesting. We'll never know, won't we? But I guess there are signs and evidence that actually proved that there were volcanoes on the moon. And ending quote rather. You must strive to find your own voice, because the longer you wait to begin, the less likely you are to find it at all. And this is said by Robin Williams as John Keating from the Dead Poets Society. I've seen it once before, but I don't remember the story much. But I guess it's true that if you don't begin now, you won't have the time to begin whenever. So be sure to start now or never. Anyways, I have to go. If you have any comments or just want to write me, be sure to write for me to Sirik Saprashumyat. The address is 443 Rama 6 Road, Ratchathewi District, Bangkok 10400, and that's in Thailand. And that's the address of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Be sure to check out our other programs as well. And there you go, my time has run up. Our other programs on our Facebook page as well as on our webpage. And right now you can hear our live streaming online on the radio right here on the Sarandrom webpage as well as on Thai radio. So if you're not watching us on Facebook Live, you can also listen to us live on the radio streaming as well. So yes. Anyway, the rerun is on 6 at 6:30, so be sure to check it out if you haven't heard me now. I'll see you again next week, so that's it. Have a great week. สวัสดีค่ะ
ดูยิ่งห่างไกลเหมือนว่าคนบนนั้นขีดเธอกับฉันที่ไม่มีวันเดินทางร่วมกันไป